What's up, Alchemist? I hope you guys are having a blessed and fantastic day. Let's tap into this reading, see what we got going on in this energy. Please take the messages and the energy that closely resonates with you in your situation and leave what doesn't at hell's gates. Okay, my Alchemist, and don't forget, we stay cute, speak the truth, and transmute all negative energy. Ashe. What's up, Alchemist? Let's tap into this energy, see what we got going on. We got devil. There's a devil around. Oh, we got knife that's come out there in reverse, Alchemist, by a devil. Someone here may have been planning some form of knife attack, or this devil may have been involved in a knife incident in the past. Oh, or a fake knife incident. We got death hoax. Wow. We got stalking, Alchemist, and that's just done right by a knife out there in reverse. Inside job here at the back of the deck. There may be an individual. Okay, this is a weird one. There may be an individual that may have been a part of a death hoax that happened here in the past, and this individual may have, their fake death may have been, I want to say, via a knife, and this individual may currently be stalking someone now. It's either this person was involved in the death hoax or involved in the cover-up of a death hoax. Inside job. Or it could even be two energies, Alchemist. This could be a devil that was involved in a death hoax that may be stalking someone now. Or this may be a victim of a devil that may have also been involved in a death hoax that may also be stalking someone here too. Whoa, we got alarm that's just come out there in reverse. Matters of the past. Something happened in the past at a certain time where it surrounds a knife incident. We got accomplice, partner in crime here, Alchemist. This strongly feels like someone, if not different individuals, have an awareness of a death hoax, if not different death hoax that have been going on. But there has to be a reason why people are faking their deaths, or why fake death hoaxes are being put out. And some of these individuals, if they have faked their deaths, then it seems like they've been doing things where it surrounds them stalking people, if not planning for different things to happen around other individuals. Do you know what would really be mad, Alchemist? What if people are like faking their death, then going after different individuals to basically like assume that person's identity? Or this may even be something that's been going on for a while, but just underground. Whoa, we got home right on top of devil, and then we got life insurance that's just come out there in reverse, Alchemist. Wow. So it definitely feels like someone definitely faked their death, Alchemist, with life insurance being out there in reverse, alarm being out there in reverse, matters of the past. Someone faked their death and a life insurance policy was claimed off theirs. This life insurance or insurance may also have something to do with a home. It feels like someone has gone to great lengths to either attain or to hide how they have attained things, but matters of the past are resurfacing. For this devil, if not different devils, we got premeditated, Alchemist, right on top of home. Something that a devil was planning where it surrounds someone's home. This may be a knife incident, or this may be something that was supposed to happen to a home so that someone could claim off insurance. So if there's a home, some form of estate that's been left in some form of insurance policy, it seems here, Alchemist, someone was either going after the beneficiary of this estate or someone else, or trying to have something done to a home so that they could gain off this financially. Wow. Yeah, this is really, really crazy. Not really, at this point, it's not really, Alchemist. This has to be mad. These individuals have to be nearby because their energy comes out quite a lot. And I've been moving around quite a lot as well, so they're everywhere. These motherfuckers are everywhere. We've got investigation here at the back of the deck, Alchemist. You see where that landed? Right in this middle here. Knife, devil, life insurance, death hoax. This may be a corrupt politician that either faked their death or was involved in the cover-up of a death hoax here. So involved in covering up for someone that faked their death. It could even be several. Ritual, right on top of corrupt politician. And someone here has also been trying to manipulate energy. This may even tie into the last reading that I did, Alchemist, about someone trying to get a favorable outcome by creating portals. If this is a corrupt politician that's still alive, this individual's under investigation. It seems like this person has been trying to do something recently, making a lot of deals and bargains here with the devil, scheming here as well. This could even be for sacrificial reasons, so that they can get a favorable outcome in an investigation, which I'm assuming, Alchemist, would be for them to get off whatever it is that they've done or have been doing. Something that this individual was premeditating, where it surrounds someone's home, if not a home connected to this person. This may be something that this individual did in the past, before they even became a politician. Cover up. A premeditated cover-up where it surrounds someone's home, or something that someone was planning where it surrounds someone's home. So I'm picking up two energies, Alchemist. This is definitely something that this individual has done in the past, but this is also something that this individual was planning again. If there's something that this corrupt politician recently tried to do where it surrounds someone, it seems like this has failed. But this person was trying to stage a cover-up here to cover up, I guess, their failures, where it surrounds what they were initially planning. With knife being out there in reverse, this seems like a corrupt politician that had some form of involvement, if not awareness, of some form of knife incident, a premeditated knife incident, where it was supposed to happen, where it surrounds someone, either in someone's home or outside of someone's home. This could be something that this corrupt politician orchestrated, if not had their hand in orchestrating, to happen to someone, if not different individuals. And with alarm being out there in reverse, this definitely feels like matters of the past. We've got MK Ultra here at the back of the deck, Alchemist. Greed. Right by death hoax, accomplice partner in crime. This individual works with a lot of greedy individuals. You see all their hands, Alchemist. This person has shaken a lot of hands with people that are just like-minded. So many of these like-minded individuals will assist in these cover-ups because they don't want their part in all of these things that have gone on here to be exposed. A lot of money has been exchanged here as well. 1 second, Alchemist. Distractions, and all the noises. Somebody must be real mad. There's definitely a lot of individuals that want a lot of things to remain covered up, a lot of things hidden, because of the things that they have done for greed, or out of greed. Witness by cover-up. So Alchemist, this corrupt politician definitely has awareness as well as involvement in the cover-up of a death hoax, if not several different death hoax. And it seems some of the reasons why they've covered for individuals that have faked their deaths is because those individuals were involved in deaths, in taking people out, either on this individual's orders or covering for other people, other families, certain bloodlines. This person has definitely been a witness to a lot of things. Witness cover-up, corrupt politician. Someone here also witnessing some form of ritual here that was done. This ritual may have involved someone, if not different individuals, that were being held against their will and being sacrificed here to this devil. Serial killer is exactly where it is, Alchemist, right on top of life insurance, out there in reverse as well. This individual, if not different individuals that are corrupt politicians, have definitely been involved in taking many different individuals out, Alchemist. Premeditating things to happen around different individuals. It feels like these are people, they get into positions of power and authority and they use their resources to go after different individuals, basically. And really and truly, it feels like many of these individuals do these things because they have to offset their debt here with the devil. And one of the ways that they offset their debts here with the devil is through blood sacrifices, rituals. But then they have to cover all of these things up because they don't want all of these things to be known publicly as to what they're doing and why they're doing these things. And many of these things stemming out of different individuals' greed. Truth comes out there in reverse, Alchemist, by accomplice partner in crime. Something happened here in the past where some form of truth where it surrounds a corrupt politician and a death hoax, the truth wasn't able to come out. Instead, there was a cover-up, and many individuals were a part of this cover-up because they knew why these things were being covered up. Either because they were a part of it or they didn't want certain things to be compromised for them. So a lot of individuals, they didn't speak. Some form of truth didn't come out here in the past, Alchemist. We got natural disaster, that's done by stalking. Something here is going on with the weather. But it also feels like something has been going on with some form of energy manipulation, if not different individuals trying to manipulate the energy within certain regions. Someone here is heavily connected to the elements, with natural disaster being out there, Alchemist. If you have different individuals, weird people, serial killers, corrupt politicians here that have been keeping their eyes on you because they've been trying to do things where it surrounds you, when Mother Nature has its eye on you everywhere you go, is ready to bring a storm, if not sweep people off their feet if they try anything. If they try anything, Alchemist. Some of these individuals, I'm telling you, they may just spontaneously combust. Oh my goodness. Someone here may have been planning either an explosive to be planted somewhere. This may be someone's home or around someone. But this also feels like something is going to be explosive for different individuals. We got arrival here at the back of the deck. These individuals ain't ready for this, Alchemist. A lot of deaths. We got tunnel. That's under by stalking. This may be an underground tunnel that someone has been using here to travel, to either stalk someone or to do something within different regions. Something here is going to be destroyed, either through an explosive or through Mother Nature coming through and bringing it all down. This also feels here, Alchemist. There may be different individuals, some of these individuals being corrupt politicians that may have witnessed something blowing up. And this may be something here that they planned. This may be a tunnel that may be connected to one, if not several different corrupt politicians. And this may even be several different corrupt politicians in different parts of the world. This may have something to do with a overseas tunnel. Power supply by cover-up. With that land and their ritual, Alchemist, something has definitely been going on where it surrounds these individuals trying to manipulate energy. We've got party here at the back of the deck. This could be something that these individuals have been doing either at parties, or this may have something to do with certain political parties. And after that, we got delays. I really feel like someone here is strangling me in this energy. Listen, mate, just go away. You did it to yourself. Y'all did it to yourselves. Can't hold me down. We got loyal alchemists right on top of stalking. This individual has a lot of loyal constituents. A lot of people that will do things for them. A lot of people that are under them. But hear this, alchemist. In terms of how people build up relationships with certain people or certain bloodlines and what's not, favors always have to be done. I don't know, I'm putting my hands like that, like someone must be in the mob or something. Favors have to be done. If this is someone that's in a certain position, or before they even get into that position, they have different individuals connected to them that help them to get into that position. So a favor is done. That person has to return the favor. How do they return the favor? By overlooking certain things other people that helped that person to get into that position had done. That's why many people would be loyal to them. If this is a corrupt politician that's helped different individuals get off charges, overlook things for people where it surrounds fraud, like money laundering, all sorts of things, trafficking, even them having involvement in it or creating a pathway for all of those things to be easier to be done. Of course people are going to be loyal to them. The money's moving around. It's like-minded people that are shaking hands. There was some form of cover-up here that happened where it surrounds a power supply, either a power supply plant or the use or weaponizing of energy here, alchemist. Someone's trying to make my mind go blank. The desperation says a lot. I must really be touching on something. Ooh, we got suicide out there in reverse, alchemist. That landed by premeditated. That falls in line with the death hoax. So someone here may have been planning to fake a suicide so they could fake their death, or they were also involved in someone covering up a fake death by that person faking their suicide. So this could be several different individuals, alchemist, over any point in time here that passed away through suicide, that didn't really pass away through suicide. Really and truly, they faked their deaths. Life insurance policies were collected, and those people changed their name, face and identity, and went elsewhere. But some of those individuals, alchemists, it seems, have been involved in stalking other people. I mean, if they've got new faces, they're not who they once was before their previous identity is dead. They can be anywhere, any point in time. And some of these individuals, they're freaking serial killers with a whole new face and a whole new identity that be traveling the world to continue doing what they've done. See, this really does relate to the last reading that we got into, alchemists, with different individuals weaponizing the use of portals. Someone who may have been trying to do a ritual to send this energy to someone because they wanted someone to take themselves out. This may also tie into people that weaponize MK Ultra, mind control tactics. And some of these mind control tactics, they're not only done through rituals, but they're also done through telepathy. People trying to send messages to you mentally to basically invoke that energy and make you want to do something that you don't want to do. And this has actually sadly worked on a lot of people, especially when different individuals come in a group. It's one thing if one person is sending bad energy to you to like want things to happen to you. But if different individuals, like-minded, come together and they specifically go after one person, Alchemist, you gotta be a tough motherfucker to not let that energy hit you, sway you, or affect you, because it has affected a lot of people. Sometimes they even weaponize entities. So they will send an entity to latch and attach onto that person, and then that person's now like going through deep depression, like bad memories are popping up in their mind, or even false memories that are being implanted through their mind, through dark rituals that are being done to make that person really feel like that's their life, that's their reality, when their reality is actually being manipulated. And then we got this energy here at the back of the deck. Even bioweapons, didn't even mean to say bioweapons, even directed energy weapons being used on individuals to manipulate that person's energy. Like, these are grimy motherfuckers that will play very dirty in trying to get their way. They are dominating people. They want to dominate that person's energy, manipulate that person's energy, manipulate that person's mind, manipulate that person's will, so they go against their will. These are people that tamper with people's destinies. They literally are trying to alter people's fates, and many of them, they have altered people's fates. And many of them, they do all this out of greed. Fraud. That's done by witness, alchemists, and suicide out there in reverse. This person here also witnessed some form of fraud that was committed, but it seems like this fraud that was committed, alchemist, either has something to do with a life insurance policy being claimed on someone that faked their death, or this person actually faking their death. Some form of fraud that was also committed on a home, if not several different homes. We got intuition, alchemist, right on top of death hoax. Someone needs to trust their intuition. If someone isn't trusting their intuition now, this may even be why there's some form of investigation that's going on. Or someone here may be trying to sway the energy to stop all of this. Someone, if not a group of individuals, alchemists, they ain't really dead. And you know what I picked up as well for a lot of these false organizations, especially where it surrounds organized crime and underground crime groups and syndicates, alchemists. Say something happens to someone and you find out on the news that this person of this age was, stabbed to death. They were the victim of a knife crime, right? But that person wasn't really the victim of a knife crime. They were actually the initiate of them getting initiated into an underground group or organization, but they had to fake their death, and it had to be even publicized so it looks real. So it's like a very strong, firm initiation, loyal. That person that fakes their death, they then go underground, tunnel, and I literally mean, alchemist, they are going underground. Like it almost feels like there's a world underground. They even have a map and everything. But if they're going underground, then their up identity, this world identity has to go. So they can assume that underground role full time and be loyal to that cause. So there's been many cases and incidences where some individuals have faked their deaths through many various different ways. Some through knife incidents, some through them faking their deaths through suicides, And these things have been covered up because some of those individuals were initiates into underground groups. Some are cults, some are secret societies, and some have to do with crime groups. But really and truly, they all entwine, they all link. Trafficking rings and what's not as well. Now, many of them, they don't just stay underground, they come back up, especially if they have a specific job. They now have a new name, they now have new identities, and some of them, alchemists, they legit have new faces. So you'll never know that it's someone that apparently died in this year that's just walked by you on the road or went for a jog by you, when it's actually a serial killer that supposedly died so and so, or someone that went missing and was never found. It's a lot that people ain't really ready for. That's why they want all of these things to be covered up. If people really knew what was going on within certain neighborhoods and regions. Alchemists, this is like Black Mirror. But really and truly, art imitates life, life imitates art. And that art, alchemist, is now being exposed. I love it. I love it, Holy Divine. Evidence out there in reverse. That landed by a tunnel. Explosive. If this hasn't happened already, if not this being a past incident, alchemist, there's definitely going to be some form of tunnel, if not different tunnel explosions or incidences, where this could even be tunnel collapses. But something is going to trigger that collapse, which could very much be an explosion. Someone is going to do anything to get rid of evidence that links back to all of these things that are going on. But this is going to be like really big for a lot of people, alchemists. This is like pulling the plug on a very big false operation that's been going on for many years now. Many, many years. These people really don't want that. So they're trying to sway the energy. They're trying to make more deals with the devil here. They're trying to offer more people up. So alchemists, this one sound a bit random, but I picked this up a couple weeks ago. There's definitely been more, where it surrounds trafficking, there's definitely been more incidences. Like something is happening in great numbers. And it feels like it's happening in great numbers because there's some form of entity, if not different entities, gods that these devils serve, that need to be fed to like keep something going, so all of these things don't change. So this really kind of does relate to the last reading, Alchemist. Many different individuals trying to stop a prophecy from being fulfilled. They'll do anything. We got assault by natural disaster. Something here is definitely going to be happening with the weather. It feels like it's kind of already happening now, but not many people may really be noticing it. Because this definitely feels here, alchemists. Different individuals have not only been abusing their power and authority in whatever positions that they have here on this realm, but they've literally been trying to manipulate time, energy, just to live the life they want to live. It's like they're going against the order by creating a false order and then trying to normalize that false order. But that order is literally going against, like, it's going against life within itself. These people, they know this. These are very ignorant humans. I don't know, especially those that are under entity controls, alchemists. Some of them really truly aren't human, so they don't feel anything. This is how planets get destroyed. Then these freaking parasites will just go and migrate to the next planet and do the same thing. Infect that species, turn their minds upside down and make them think a certain type of way of living is the right way to live, and then that planet gets destroyed. It's really crazy what's been going on here. It's deeper than what it is that's out here on the table, alchemists. It's just, all of this ties into the deals different individuals make, whether it's certain bloodlines or certain people. Many of them doing this in groups, forming organizations, and literally being loyal to these things. No one is going against the grain. It's just mad behavior, man. secret weapon by stalking. Knife out there in reverse. You know what I'm picking up here with this alchemist? You see them little lines, like waves. Knife being out there, it really does feel like many different individuals have been doing rituals, weaponizing energy, like actual energy. This could even be them building certain power things in certain regions. Someone is trying to tear through space and time just to manipulate time for their own benefits, but they're also using portals to do these things as well as making deals here with the devil. But with natural disaster being out there, there's many things that are set to return back here to this realm because of the actions many different individuals have taken and their continuation of these things that they've been doing. Many of these individuals, they know as well. They know from what they're doing what's going to happen. But they won't stop, like... I went for a meal the other day, Alchemist, and I was quite full after it. And because I was so full, I felt so uncomfortable. Like I couldn't really walk properly and my breathing just felt funny. And I was like, this is a very uncomfortable feeling to have. I would never always want to be full. And I don't know, I almost feel like it's an old saying. People that are always full, they're never satisfied. Like it's endless for them. Enough will never be enough. So they have to keep doing. It's not a nice feeling being full, which means being greedy. Only people that have a warped and twisted mind or perspective of life within itself, they're loyal to this. They adhere to that. They serve greed, and greed serves them. But they don't serve the people, and they definitely don't serve this realm. And for their continuation of all these false things that they've been doing, Mother Nature is about to serve them, alchemists. Many of them don't see this coming. Mother Nature is about to serve them. Many of them don't see this coming. This is something they're not going to be able to stop. I did a reading, I think, about a year ago, alchemists, and I did mention something about the sun, solar flares. Believe it or not, but I strongly feel here, alchemists, within the upcoming years, if this isn't something that's been happening already, that's secretly been covered up, the sun is really about to start killing people. It feels like people of a specific form, there's a cleansing that's going on here that many individuals have been trying to reverse. This is going to lead into the, I want to say, extinction of many different bloodlines, alchemist. Especially many different bloodlines that have had their hands in crimes against humanity for however long that they've been doing it, or certain bloodlines that have made pacts with certain demonic entities, because there's different portals in which those entities came through that are now being sealed. So those bloodlines that are attached to those entities, they're all gonna go with them. We got sex, that's under by cover-up alchemists, and then we got rope here at the back of the deck. Something about a corrupt politician, if not different corrupt politicians, being involved in a sex scandal, and these individuals wanting this to be covered up. Like, bruh. These people want to live their life. Live your life how you want to live it. But don't be afraid to show it. Why do you create certain rules or govern after certain rules, but you don't abide by those rules or laws that you create? It's mad. It's beyond hypocrisy. It's just really stupid. Just be real with the world. It's not like people in the world don't know what the hell's been going on. But these people, they'll just gaslight and lie because they want to keep it going on. Like, it's really crazy. Many different individuals here, alchemists, that were involved in the cover-up of a sex scandal. This may be a past sex scandal, if not an active one, that they've been trying to cover up here still. Some are here very mad about it. If not different individuals, Alchemist. This is different things that are about to be, I'm telling you, is coming out. Headlines. Breaking news after breaking news. And with natural disaster being out there, Alchemist, I definitely feel like a lot of things that were once buried, if not in certain places, they're about to come back up. Whether it be on land or in sea, things are either going to get washed up, or as a result of certain natural disasters in certain places, the land is going to lift up, or certain things that were once buried is all going to come back up. This is truly prophecy. And it's only going to affect those individuals truly that have lived their life in this way. So let them be mad about it. All the people that they've sacrificed to these devils, to these entities, because they wanted to live their life however they wanted to live it. But they've lived their life. There's a certain time and point for them to do everything, and there's a certain time and point for all of it to come to an end. These people just want to keep the party going. We got frozen here, Alchemist. That's under by explosive. I'm telling you, even things that have been frozen, it's almost like there's a shift going on globally with this natural disaster. This could be different natural disasters, Alchemists, that are going to be happening in different regions. Something here is going on with the weather. The climate is going to be changing. We got neighborhood that's out there in reverse. Something has been going on here, Alchemists, in different regions. Different things that have been premeditated and planned within certain people's homes. Things that would then be covered up. This may involve energy being manipulated or energy being tampered with. Wire tampering. Something about wiretapping is also significant. Someone, if not different individuals, may be needing to trust their intuition. And this may have something to do with them moving out of a specific neighborhood. We got prophecy. This is going to be kind of mad to say, Alchemist, but you know, like in the Prince of Egypt, when Moses had to lead basically his people out of Egypt and whatnot, because there was a lot of things that were coming in. And funny enough, I've also been channeling the 10 plagues of Egypt as well. Something is coming back up and it's going to affect a lot of people. Your spirit team, Alchemist, your ancestors may have been guiding you to move around or move to different places. This may have something to do with your soul contract, or this may have something to do with you basically taking cover, because weird things are happening right now. And because you have different devils here, Alchemists, that were going after different individuals, targeted individuals, they wanted you to be trapped in that dome, where all the things that they were orchestrating to be done to different individuals could be done to you. These individuals are trapped in that dome. That's why many of them are angry now. Riots and protests, and it's coming down, I'm telling you. It's coming down. Right in the center, Alchemist. The truth is coming out about everything that's been going on. How many different individuals have been weaponizing mind control tactics. They also do this through frequency, blasting certain frequencies out. These frequencies affect certain people within certain neighborhoods, but then it's not just the energy that they're manipulating, Alchemists, it's the portals that they're creating to let certain entities come through, to work through those individuals. It's mad what's been going on here. There could be many different incidences here, Alchemists, where many different individuals were harmed, knives or different other weapons. And many of the individuals that were involved in those incidences, some of them are under MK Ultra, mind control. So they were being manipulated to do those things. And then the wildest thing is they create crime task force or operations to tackle those things, knowing damn well they're the ones that orchestrated all of it. Even down to the time the attack was going to happen, because they knew where that person was going to be, or they had already orchestrated something within that person's neighborhood, spreading lies, gossiping, weaponizing different individuals, gangs, all of those things. It all ties into these things. This is like different illusions that have just been made up, because if you really think about it, how can the same thing be happening in all parts of the world at the same time? And for years upon years, you think change isn't able to happen, alchemists. Change was always possible. They're the ones that are preventing the change, because they're gaining off this chaos that they are creating and orchestrating. They call it organized crime for a reason, because they're organizing the crimes. They call it orchestrated chaos for a reason, because they're the ones orchestrating the chaos. And they're banking off this, laughing all the way to the bank. Banking off people's lives, life insurance. Different individuals having life insurance policies on people's, not just people's families. And then the exposure is also going to come out that different individuals' families, whether they've been under MK Ultra or some people's family members just being greedy or being jealous, also making deals with individuals here in the government to either target their own family members or to target other people within whatever neighborhood that they live in. And then that family thrives, that family becomes affluent, or that family gains certain things, they gain certain favors. But the world was never supposed to be like this. This world only benefits those who benefits from these things. It doesn't benefit those who just want to live life and not have these things done, especially when your life is targeted like this. None of these individuals would want hits put on their life. They wouldn't want trafficking contracts put on their life. They wouldn't want to be tracked, stalked and surveilled by different individuals, people with sadistic minds or people with perverted minds. They wouldn't want their privacies being infringed on. They wouldn't want different things being done to them, their mind being tampered with, their energy being manipulated, their energy being siphoned to be used by different individuals just to feed into these false agendas. This also ties into religion. If different individuals are coming in groups to believe in one thing, but what they're being made to believe in is a false thing, and then all those individuals are giving their energy to that false thing, then all those false things continue happening worldwide. Enough is enough. All these things could only go on for so long, and they know, all of these individuals that have been doing this, they know what they're doing. They know they're lying. They know they've been lying. They know they manipulate the things. They know they cover up all of these things. They know when to put what out in the media. They know how to use certain media agencies and companies, many of them under them. That's why they go after genuine people or journalists that actually look into those things. Some of them come up missing. Some of them, they pass away, or energy is sent to them, or things are orchestrated around them. They will go after anybody just to keep these things going, but then they lie about it and keep the things going. These people are freaking exhausting, man. They're not the only ones that are angry. The people that are waking up, and all the proof and evidence that's going to be coming out about all of these things, everybody's going to be angry. This ain't going to be a revolt in one country. It's going to be an international thing. And this is prophecy. Everything that these individuals have done for the sake of their greed, for the sake of their ego, or just to make their bloodlines thrive through false ways and false agendas, through the things that they chose to be loyal to, or the entities that they chose to be loyal to. And many of them, they always had a choice to release those entities. They chose not to, because not only were they serving the entity, the entity was serving them. So why would they release it? They're gaining. They don't want to be at the bottom of the wheel. Many of them, they continue feeding that entity because they know, deep down, they know the karma that's going to come back to their bloodline for the things that they've done. So they have to keep sacrificing people to escape all of those things. No more. They can't. It doesn't matter how vigorously they try and force things or do things or continuously try and manipulate energy, like, it's not gonna work. For those of us that have survived, these individuals damn well know why we survived. Their time is up. And we got Cult here, Alchemist, by Death Hoax. It seems like there's a cult here that's also going to be exposed for faking their death. This may be something that happened in the 80s, 70s, 60s. It's crazy. And it all ties into what I said earlier. Different individuals here faking their death and then they go underground. They change their name, they change their identity. Then they do things here where they stalk people, assist in trafficking operations, or just do things for their own weird reasons. Now they have a new name, new face, new identity. They can continue taking people out. That landed by suicide alchemist cover-up, premeditated. A lot of things that have been covered up here. This also feels like a dark entity was sent to someone here in the past so that that person would take themselves out. There are suicide spirits, and I feel like many individuals need to they need to be aware of these things now. You need to know what energy is around you when it's around you. Because sometimes people be thinking what they're feeling is what they're feeling when it's not. It's energy that's been sent to them. Someone here was planning an incident where it surrounds a demonic attack that was supposed to happen. And this also feels like an incident that was covered up due to someone being under demonic possession. This may be something that a group of individuals here within a secret society witnessed. Something may have happened here, either through an initiation or as a result of some form of ritual here that was done, where some form of entity that was invoked went into someone, and that person may have either attacked someone there on the spot, or something was done where the individual that had the entity within them was watched by a group of individuals as this person basically did a lot of messed up things to people. But the entity was being fed, especially if this is a group of individuals that are a part of a secret society. So they wanted those things to happen. They're the ones that invoked the entity to come through anyway. Man-made disaster, right on top of neighborhood alchemist. They're the ones that planned it all. They planned the building collapse. They planned the mall collapse, the shopping mall collapse. They planned it. They did it. They started the fire. They started the arson. They tampered with the electric wires. They did it. They did it. Then they sent in the firemen. They sent in the bomb squad when they planted the explosive. They did it. They did it. They did it. They started the prison riots. All of those things. Some of them even staging riots as well. Come on. They have fun with this. They have fun with this alchemist, but we're about to have fun with these people now. We got strategy right on top of secret weapon. These individuals have definitely been strategizing, but really and truly, alchemist, all you need to do is just look at history, look at life, look at what's continued to know what has been done or what is being done, and know what is being done so what has been done can be undone. If many people knowingly fall into these traps, whether it's because they're under MK Ultra, whether it's because they're under MK Ultra or because they get initiated into certain cults. Now, if you really think about alchemist, I feel like something becomes a secret society once a certain point in time has passed. So if this is something that was formed several hundred years ago, then it would become a secret society. But if something has freshly been formed and it's only been around for several years, 20 years or a couple years, it's a cult basically. But it's almost like cults kind of graduate into secret societies the longer it goes on for, without their operations, what they do, their systems going down. and the entities that they work with being captured and being sent back to the realms that they belong in. Many different individuals have been strategizing to keep something going. But the more people become awakened and don't fall into these traps and groups, the more these things can't go on anymore. There may be a cult, if not different cults, that may be strategizing on how to do something. Now, some of these cults, alchemists, they have branched out and they form terror groups. Others of them, they're going to be, you know, the suicide squads, basically. A suicide cult, if not suicide cults. You know how back in the day, alchemists, there was incidences with certain cults, like back in the 70s and 80s, like the Charles Manson incident, the Jim Jones incident, and all the other ones, even some of them that were covered up secretly, that people don't really know about, that's going to be exposed anyway in due time. Many of these things are going to happen again. Some of them were death hoax, meaning the people they said that died, they didn't really die. They went underground. The way a lot of these individuals, corrupt politicians and certain people within certain positions, and whatever pyramid scale that they have here, they do these things. They always, as I said earlier on, alchemists, life imitates art, art imitates life. They're always going to create an imitation of something so people will never know what's real or what isn't real. And many times they blast and plaster out the things that they're doing right in people's faces, but many people won't see it, know it, or want to believe it, either because they're in denial or because they're under some form of mind control manipulation. This is what these individuals bank off. They don't want people to be awakened to what's really going on, so the things that are going on don't stop. Change has always been possible. They're the ones that are prohibiting the change because they're banking off that change. And they're collecting the change. But no, alchemists, change is really, really here now. Many of these motherfuckers, they're in debt anyway. Not just physical, financial debt, they're actually in debt to the devil. So all the bloodlines that have had pacts with these entities, for all the years, generations and centuries, that bloodline, that entity has been working through that bloodline, alchemist, they're going to have to pay their dues. And this is really going to lead into the eradication of many different bloodlines. These people were warned. Many of these individuals, alchemists, and I don't know if it's just a human thing or certain people that do these things because of their pride or their ego, or sometimes they do it because they're in survival mode. When they make pacts with these entities, they become indebted to that entity. Hence why they have to continuously feed that entity, even if it's through blood sacrifices. Even if it's through blood sacrifices. But then their families will continue doing these things. Generations, then they make traditions out of it. But then if you really think about it, whoever initially made the pact with the entity, that person was already indebted. Then that bloodline gets indebted. Then they have to continue doing what they do, so they don't have to, that entity never comes back for them. It's mad, like, from the moment any of these individuals make pacts with entities, they become indebted to that entity. The only way to offset their debt is to, one, release the entity, and they have to pay their dues for the things that they've done, not offset their karmic debts or sacrifice innocent blood so they can escape it. You're still going to be in debt anyway. Now you're in debt because of that blood that you sacrificed. Like, it's an endless loop. It's an endless loop. These are people that run away from themselves. They run away from their shadows. But they want to run towards people and do all of this madness. Go and pick different individuals out to be used as freaking sacrifices because they chose to be demonic or because that's how they chose to live their life. So now it has to be everyone else's problems. And then let them get into false positions or let them have freaking money. These people choose to live their life like this. No one made them. No one forced them to live their life like this. But other people have life. Other people have life. Other people are living beings. Other people have purpose here on this realm. So you're not just going to go around picking whoever you want to be used as sacrifices and think they're going to abide by your false agendas and your false ways and your false systems. No. The truth is going to come out and it's going to rock a lot of these individuals' world. It's going to be rocking the whole world, really and truly, Alchemist. The world needs a good shake-up because really and truly, it's in need of a proper reset. This reset is going to come through natural disasters here as well. So there will be more natural disaster incidences. But as I said, Alchemist, life imitates art and art imitates life. Of course they're going to stage incidences. Of course they're going to be doing rituals, trying to open up portals and energy manipulate as well as weather manipulate to have certain things done. They're trying to go against everything, so everything that is against them doesn't come back for them, but it's coming back for them. The people are coming back for them. Past, present, and even a motherfucking future, Alchemist. It's coming for these people. Anything you do in excess is toxic. These people have been greedy in excess for years. That toxicity that they've been feeding is like poison. And it's killing all of these individuals the way they wanted it to kill other people. But now it's coming for them. All of these individuals are already dying slowly. The more they feed themselves, though, Alchemists, the more they sustain their false will to live. Paranormal. Some paranormal stuff has been happening a lot lately, Alchemist. There may be a lot of lights that have been flicking around you. Or something may have been going on here with your ears. Especially if you can pick up on sound frequencies, Alchemist. A lot of energy has definitely been used here. Paranormal entities. There's definitely some form of paranormal force that these individuals don't see here, Alchemists, that's strategizing. Secret weapons. They can have all the secret weapons and nuclear weapons that they want to have. These people that wanted to defy space and time, go against spiritual law. They literally have no idea what they're up against and what's up against them, Alchemists. But many of them, they won't see it. Jealousy. Learned by secret weapon and exposed. And the spirit of envy has been running rampant lately, possessing a lot of people, even possessing different individuals here in neighborhoods. This is crazy, Alchemist. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 to this, Alchemist, because I'm about to move here in a bit. If a group of individuals that are in a cult or a secret society open up some form of portals for some form of entity to come through, and say this entity heavily possesses the spirit of envy, now that envious spirit is going around, running rampant in this neighborhood in which that portal that the entity has come through has come out of, and now it's going around doing all sorts of stuff. Or it's a homicidal spirit that has come through, and now there's a neighborhood full of serial killers, basically, Alchemist. Some of them end up joining cults and groups. Like, if it's really crazy, it's almost like an umbrella, Alchemist, really and truly. Or, I don't know, maybe I want to say an octopus. The head base is where it all starts from. They send the energy out, then that energy goes and possesses different individuals. Then those different individuals that are possessed with those entities join those cults, or they join those societies. It's crazy. Some of them don't even know that they're doing it because they initially got possessed. Some of them not on their own will, and some of them willingly getting possessed because they join these cults or groups. Because the only way they can feel big and bad in their life, Alchemists, is if they have some form of entity working through them. And some of them, they do this out of jealousy. There's also cults, alchemists, secret societies. Some of these individuals having corrupt politicians that do go after naturally born spiritual gifted people. Some of them doing this because they think they're going to gain someone else's gifts by sacrificing them. Or their gifts is going to be fed to that cult, in which that cult would then use to do evil things. So yes, they do form cults and secret societies just to go after gifted people. Many different individuals' gifted bloodlines have been destroyed by false bloodlines who have basically fed off that bloodline. Last of a dying breed. Then the descendants of that bloodline that was destroyed by these thieves, basically alchemists, they go after those individuals. But many of us, we are the descendants that have survived, and we survived for a reason. These are false bloodlines that want to thrive off the false ways that they chose to live their life. Many of us are here to reclaim our bloodlines who did not live this way, and all the things that were done to us unjust, all the injustices that we faced. These people have to pay for this. You have to pay. So alchemists, I'm going to leave the reading there. We're going to do a part 2 for this energy. There's a lot of things about to hit the surface for a lot of people, and they're not ready for this. They better brace themselves.